Hello, my name is Linda, also known as Tortajala around the internet. I love creative journaling and all things stationery. Today I wanted to share my process of making my own pencil boards from the beautiful vintage Japanese artwork that has been prominently featured in the latest Hobonichi release. There's actually a lot of free artwork from the past available if you check the digital archives, like of the New York Public Library, digital collections, and other places online. You can just do a Google search, and there are so many publications that are old and out of copyright, so you are free to use them. Even though for personal use, I think that really you can print anything out, whatever you want, or even use ephemera. We have so many options and so much technology at our fingertips today. It's pretty easy to create your own custom pieces. So I just did a search online and found an archive of these Japanese block art prints that a lot of people have just discovered because of the Hobonichi launch. They basically released a whole bunch of 2025 planners, and they used some of these artworks on the planner covers, so people have been interested in this artwork and talking about it. Now, what spurred on this project is that I already got my Hobonichi ordered, but I contemplated afterwards going back to buy a pencil board that I wanted with this artwork. But it didn't make sense to buy like just one thing and all the shipping costs. So since I usually just use like a piece of cardstock as a pencil board, I thought, hey, if all these designs are actually available online, I can just go search for them and find the ones that I like and make my own pencil board. I really only needed one, but I ended up making a bunch of them just because I was on a roll. So I did the Google search, found the website, and there are so many scans of these artworks. You can look through them on the website, and you can also download the images to your computer. So I just downloaded like a whole bunch and just took a look at them on my computer, unzipped the files, and looked at the JPEGs. And once you have the digital files, you can easily pick and choose and print whichever ones you want to use. I printed out my favorite designs, and I decided to just use old vintage paper for the back side of all of these prints because of course a pencil board has a front and back. You can of course use another like pattern paper or double up like the artwork front and back like different artworks, or just make the same copy of artwork front and back. It really depends on what you prefer, but just think about what you want on the front and the back. And since I have a laminating machine, it was really easy for me to just print everything out, then laminate them, and that way they are really sturdy to use as a pencil board. So you can see here I trimmed everything to size. And then I laminated them because I wanted to have like a little clear edge around all of my pencil boards in terms of like that plastic lamination. If you don't want that, then just laminate everything first and then trim. So you can see that with everything trimmed, there's that little clear edge, but later I'll show you another version. Now, I did this all pretty quickly without a lot of planning, so the design I printed to make the pencil board for a Hobonichi week size was a little small. It wasn't tall enough, but I don't mind that it looks like it's cropped weird. It just looks like it has a little margin on top. But you can obviously check your printer settings, print things to the proper size depending on your project. You might have to like scale it up a bit if you wanted bigger. I also printed all of these straight from the downloads that I got, the JPEGs, but I realized afterwards that they are quite muted in color. Compared to the Hobonichi products that you would buy. So before printing, you can actually pump up the contrast or increase the saturation of the color if that's something that you prefer. You can do this in any graphic art program or even like the free programs like Canva. Even on my Mac, like software for viewing photos, I could have changed the settings to tweak the color and contrast. I just didn't do it. But definitely think about it if that's something that is important to you before printing out the designs. Finally, you can also round the corners to avoid like that dangerous sharp edge of the plastic corners. And you can do that with a corner rounder, or you can just use scissors if you don't have that tool. You can see in this version, I trimmed the design afterwards and rounded the corners. So there is no clear like part around the graphic itself, like of the plastic. So it just depends on if you have a preference. The whole process was really like easy and fun to go through. Even if you don't have a laminator, you can use like contact paper, packing tape, whatever you have around at home. Otherwise, if it gets messed up, you can just print another copy, right? No big deal. I think this is a very cool idea, and I just happened to do this spurred on from the Hobonichi launch and seeing all the designs. But of course, you can print out any design, any photo, and make a pencil board out of any design that you're able to print out. It's pretty easy to do, and it's really fun to be able to customize your own pencil board, like for each journal that you have, depending on the theme and style. As always, let me know down in the comments what you think of this idea. I would love to hear from you, and thank you for watching and supporting me here. By the way, if you love journaling and using digital printables, I am building my community on Ko-fi. You can check out the link in the description below to find out more, but basically join as a member and get all of my digital printables to download every single month. You can also visit the shop and just buy some designs one-off. Of course, I also have a blog with totally free printables at tortajala.com. You can go there, download some pattern papers, and try them out in your next journal page. Thanks so much, and until next time, bye.